Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. This is my co-host, Mr. Brody here. Got a few words to say today. He's awake and alert. Excited to be broadcasting. He got right in his co-host seat right when I got in here this morning. So, well, this afternoon actually now. So he's all excited to do another video, and he suggested we do a video from the dead ball era, 1905. Right, Brody? Yeah, Mr. Brody wants to do a dead ball era baseball game. Yeah, he says play against the Beaneaters again. So even though we get a lot of games against the Beaneaters, we'll get through it and hopefully help improve our record if nothing else, since the Beaneaters are awful. So anyway, so let's get this game underway. Play ball, Mr. Brody, right? Let's play ball. All right. Smags is in the room too, so she'll probably be making an appearance soon. Let's get the game underway. Alright, so let's get our lineups. So yeah, Al Red Sox fan is doing a league, kind of a little competition in his thing with all his subscribers, which I thought was pretty cool. He's picking all the greatest teams from the greatest teams pack. So I know Beatles Eternally is doing one, and I think Ken Castro is picking a team, and I picked a team. I wanted to pick a 1993 Braves team because reason being is because they were battling the Giants for first place. I think both teams won over 100 games, but that wasn't one of the teams that was offered. But so it was either 92, 96. Oh, there's Miss Mags right there making an appearance. Say hi, Mags. She's gonna steal his co-host seat. Sometimes she does that. Anyway, so Mr. Brody's a gentleman, so he's gonna give her the seat. So he's going to give her the co-host seat temporarily. Mags. So yeah, so 1992, I think 1996 and 1999. I was going to go with the 1999. But I kind of looked at the pitching and the hitting. And overall, I think 96 seems to be better of the three seasons that were chosen there. I think Miss Mags is going to be the co-host for a little while, as Mr. Brody's off in the other room doing something. Looking at some stats there for the game. Oh no, Miss Mags is leaving. Alright, so I'm co-hostless right now. Hopefully they'll rejoin me at some point later in the game. Anyway, so yeah, so I ended up going with a 1996 team if it's available, and I know my friend Mr. Miller is a big Cincinnati Reds, big Red Machine fan, so I think he picked the 1976 Reds, or if there's a backup, the 1975, and I will pick a backup if necessary to the Braves. I'll probably go with the 1999 Braves as my backup, or possibly a Red Sox team that hasn't been picked yet. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll take a look at the other teams on the video, and hopefully I'll get my 1996 Braves, and we'll have a fun little competition coming up. So if you haven't yet, I know it's his Red Sox video quest to 500. For the 1960 Red Sox, and it's a couple of days ago, I believe. I'm not sure the exact date, but the video is a couple of days ago. But you'll see in the comment section of our Red Sox fans' videos of the it's out of the park baseball that's being used. You'll see that he uses you'll see a bunch of people picking teams on there, is what I'm saying. And if you go toward the end of the video there, the last 5 minutes of the video or so, 5 to 10 minutes, you'll see the choices that you have. So if you want to get involved in that, you'll probably be starting that up maybe this weekend or something, or soon. So pick a team and we'll have some fun. So alright, so getting back to this game here. Hooks Wiltze is going to be going up for the Giants here. And let's get the game underway. Yes, we're okay with that.
Welcome to Polo Grounds for today's game between Boston and New York. Boston has lost 6 straight, and 8 of their last 10.
Fine place for Mr. Brody when he does come back.
Straight, and 9 of their last 10. Jim Delahanty will start for Boston. He's made 2 starts on the year and is 0-1 with an earned run average of 6.35. His first start against New York. He'll be opposed by Hooks Wiltze for New York. He's made 2 starts on the year and is 1-0 with an earned run average of 2.65. his first start against Boston. New York center fielder Mike Donlin is riding a 13-game hitting streak. It's 75 degrees, wind speed 15 miles per hour, right to left, and we have light rain.
Uh-oh, so there's a chance we could.
New York, looks, Wiltze. Leading off for Boston, shortstop, Ed Abadagio.
Alright, so there's a chance we could have a game delay or getting the game called. I haven't had a game called yet, but anyway, I decided to put Mr. Brody's bed there in the coaching right field, third base coaching box. When he does come back, he can be the coach for the Giants there. Anyway, but I'll be right back. I'm just going to get my other TV set up so I can have my second screen. I'll be right back. So, alright, sorry about that. We're back. We got our second screen set up. And Mr. Brody's still back doing some researching. So I'm sure we'll see him later in the game. Unless he fell asleep back there. Alright, so we have our Beaneaters again. Once again, we are... Let's check and see here. The scoreboard seems to have messed up there. Hold on. There we go. We seem to have some technical difficulties in our broadcast here, but I think we're okay now. So these will be the Beaneaters will be visiting us. Last time we were visiting them, and now we're back home. And I think we're actually starting, after this series, we're actually going to start another series. Max the cat wants to get out of the room. Anyway, so I think we go back and forth and then back and forth. So I think we end up playing like something like 12 games straight against them, which is very strange. But I guess back then they did a lot of that, at least in, dead ball era, where they didn't want to travel a lot. So they kind of, two teams that were fairly local, they played each other quite a bit back and forth for a period of time. So not sure exactly how they did it as far as travel-wise, if they stayed in hotels or whatnot, but that would be interesting to, find out the game behind the game kind of thing. But anyway, so the schedule plays out so that we play the Beaneaters quite a few times in a row. So alright, so let's get the game underway.
Play ball!
So alright, so here's your lineup for the 1905 Boston Beaneaters, who will be visiting the Giants. Hooks Wiltze takes the mound for the Beaneaters. For the Giants. He's got a record of 1-0 with an ERA of 2.65, 17 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, 4 walks and 13 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .238 off of him. For the Boston Beaneaters, it'll be Ed Abadagio. Should know these by now. We've been playing so many games against each other. Fred Teddy, the first baseman, will bat second. I believe he's the manager. Should know that. The center fielder, Rip Cannell, will bat third. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Pat Moran. Batting fifth will be Harry Wolverton, the third baseman. The second baseman, Fred Raymer, will bat sixth. Bud Sharp, the right fielder, bats seventh. Yeah, he's just scratching away. George Barclay, the left fielder, will bat eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, will be Jim Delahanty. So Jim Delahanty will be the pitcher today. He's also the left fielder at times, but he's pitching today. So Jim Delahanty, not Ed Delahanty. Quite often I get him confused with him. But Ed Delahanty was a much better player and a Hall of Famer. So my apologies in advance if I mixed that one up. So alright, so let's see. So let's get the game underway here. So Ed Abadagio steps into the box. He is hitting .208 with 6 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases. That's me. Sorry about that. So here's the windup in the pitch by Wilson. Hooks Wiltze. And it's a strikeout.
Fred Tenney.
So that's how we'll begin, with a strikeout to Abadishio. Fred Tenney, the first baseman, comes into the game hitting 299 with 5 runs batted in, 6 runs scored, 3 stolen bases. He's got 1 double. So Wiltze looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a grounder to third. I mean, it's short.
Center fielder.
Sorry. Grounded to second. I need some more coffee. Sorry about that. Gilbert will make the play and throw it off to McGann. And that'll be the second out of the inning. I need my co-host, Mr. Brody, here. That's why I'm kind of lost for words here. He usually fills in the gaps. Alright, next up will be Rip Cannell. Hopefully he doesn't rip one here. He's hitting 304 with 7 runs batted in. 4 doubles and 1 triple. And you can also see his stats there down below or up above in the batter's boxes. So, starting to accumulate some stats now as Rip Cannell has 79 at-bats. So Wiltze looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. Gets one he likes. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he'll strike out.
In the top of the first. After 1/2 inning, Boston 0, New York coming to bat. Pitching for Boston, Jim Delahanty. Leading off for New York, center fielder, Mike Donlin.
So Jim Delahanty appears to be a spot starter here. As you can see by his stats there, he hasn't pitched that much. In fact, he only pitched 2 innings in the actual season, which is kind of strange. So he must be making a spot, but he's pitched 11 in the replay so far. So they must have had an injury or something going on. But Jim Delahanty will make a spot start for the Beaneaters, who will come in the game at 6-13. So maybe they're just waiting to call somebody up or something, or get somebody in there. But he'll be making a spot start, so hopefully we can take advantage of this. I know our top 4 guys all have hitting streaks going, so hopefully we have I believe it's an 8-game, I think it's a 9-game actually now. I think we were 4-5 when we started. I think it's a 9-game hitting streak, winning streak. So we'll see what we can do here. So as Donlin comes in with I can tell by the right fielder, George Brown, he has the same hitting streak, I believe, as the winning streak, so we'll be able to tell when we get to him. But let's go over the lineup first. It'll be Mike Donlin, the center fielder, batting first. Batting second will be the right fielder, George Brown. Batting third will be the Hall of Fame catcher, Roger Bresnahan. Batting cleanup will be Dan McGann, the first baseman. Sam Murte is the left fielder, bats 5th. Bill Dowlin is the shortstop, and he'll bat 6th. The third baseman, Art Devlin, will bat 7th. Billy Gilbert, the second baseman, bats 8th. And on the mound, batting 9th, will be Hooks Wiltze. Hopefully we don't have to do the hook to him anytime soon. So, alright, so Delahanty looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to Donlin. And he'll draw a leadoff walk.
Right fielder, George Brown.
So George Brown comes in. He is riding a 9-game hitting streak. So yep. So the Giants are on a 9-game winning streak. Hoping to extend that to double digits today. So George Brown comes into the game hitting .318. It's upped his average quite a bit during his hitting streak. With a homer and 14 runs batted in. 12 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. No doubles yet, but does have 3 triples. So Donlin gets his lead off at first. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it'll be a foul ball, back out of play. 0-1 the count on Brown. And he's going to get under one here. He's going to pop it up to second, behind the second base bag.
Roger Bresnahan.
So Raymer will make the catch behind the bag for the first out. So Roger Bresnahan, who's currently riding an 8-game hitting streak, comes into the game hitting .369 with 9 runs batted in, 16 runs scored, 4 doubles and 2 triples. On base percentage of a whopping .523. See what he can do here. See if he can extend that streak, get that out of the way early. And he's going to pop one up behind the plate. Looks like this one's playable. However, nope, it's back into the stands, as Moran is unable to get to that one. So 0-1 the count. And this will be a base hit. It'll fall behind the second base bag. And we have a 45%. No, we're not going to chance that. So Bresnahan extends his streak also.
First baseman, Dan McGann.
So Dan McGann up now. He's got an 8-game hitting streak also. See if he can extend it just like Bresnahan just did. So McGann comes into the game hitting .313. 16 runs batted in. He's been an RBI machine so far. 16 RBIs in 18 games, as the Giants are 13-5. 8 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, 2 doubles and 2 triples. So he's done a little bit of everything. On base percentage of .470. So here's the windup and the pitch by Delahanty. And strike one. Come over to your co-host seat there, Mr. Brody. It's all ready for you. We need you in the third baseman's box there. You're the base coach. Yeah, come on over. Mr. Brody's coming on over. Yeah, go ahead. Get in the third base box, coach there. There we go. All right, we need you. Just in case we get a hit here. You got to give the signs to the third baseman there. Alright, so Mr. Brody's in his coaching box, co-host box there. You ready, Brody? Here we go. Here's the windup and the pitch to McGann. And it's going to be a ground ball to second. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play, and they turn 2.
1 hit, no errors. After 1 complete. Boston 0, New York 0. Catcher, Pat Moran.
Alright, so that'll do it for the Giants in the bottom of the first, as they do not score. And after 1 full, it's the Beaneaters nothing and the Giants nothing. Alright, so here comes Hooks Wiltze back on the mound. He'll face Moran, Wolverton, and Raymer, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Moran comes into the game hitting .306 with 3 runs batted in, 3 runs scored, in 11 hits and 36 at-bats with a couple of doubles. So Wiltze looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. He has to wind up in the pitch. And this one's going to be hit to center field. Donlin will drift over to the right center field and make the catch. See if we can fix our camera here a little bit. There we go. Put Mr. Brody in center frame there as best as possible. I got a little reflection here, that's why I'm having trouble seeing it. Oh, that's the third base box behind it. That's what I'm saying. That's the third base box, buddy. You don't have to be in the coaching box right now. You can be up in the stands here, giving the play-by-play. Okay. You're not sure what's going on? You're a bit confused? Alright. So, that's 1 down now. So is Daddy, don't worry. So, alright, Harry Wolverton steps into the box now. 266 hitter, 2 homers and 10 runs batted in, 7 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, 4 doubles and a triple. So here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a liner and a great play.
Second baseman, Fred Raymer.
Can't quite see the coaching box from here. I mean the play-by-play box, but McGann makes a great catch there on the hard liner. So that would be the second out of the inning. Let's check some scores here. Philadelphia American League action. The Philadelphia A's lead the Washington Senators by a score of 1-0 in the first. We'll check these scores out at the end of the third. So Fred Raymer up now, 301 hitter, 3 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and 5 doubles. And it's a strikeout.
No hits, no errors. After 1.5, Boston 0, New York 0. Left fielder, Sam Mertes.
So they go in order to the Beaneaters, and we head to the bottom of the second. See if the Giants can get on the board. And we have another score here. Philadelphia Phillies lead the Brooklyn Dodgers by a score of 2-0 in the second. So Delahanty looks in the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Mertes steps into the box with a .211 batting average. Homer, 9 runs batted in, 11 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, 3 doubles, and 2 triples. And it's going to be a poor play by the first baseman. So you see a great play by our first baseman and a bad play by the manager, Tenney, as he dives and unable to get to that one. It's 3-0 now for the Philadelphia A's over the Washington Senators. Alright, that'll be up. So seeing a single there for Mertes. Got a little different setup than I'm used to looking at, so that's why it's having a little trouble here. Alright, Bill Dahlen, the shortstop, will be up now, hitting .217 with 15 runs batted in. So he's been a RBI machine also. Despite only hitting .217, he's made it count when it's needed. So 12 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, a double, and 2 triples. So Delahanty looks in for the sign from Moran. Here's the windup in the pitch. And it'll be ball 1. And it's a liner. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. It's going to be a triple for Dahlen there. I don't know. Let me see if we can figure out what happened here. Can't quite see it, but it ends up being a triple as the left fielder Barclay has issues with that one, and they're going to score a triple. No error on the play, and 1 run will come in as Mertes scores from first on the triple by Dahlen, the shortstop. So he adds another RBI to his total. He now has 16 on the season. So Art Devlin, the third baseman, up now. See if they can add to the lead. See if he can get Dahlen home with nobody out still. 222 hitter is Devlin. No homers and 12 runs batted in. 16 hits and 72 at bats. Has allowed. Has 2 doubles and a triple. Delahanty looks over at the runner. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ball 1. And it's going to be count evens at 1-1. And he pops from behind the plate. Bresnahan gives it, Moran gives it a chase, but it's back in the stands. And it's going to be a single. Second baseman.
Billy Gilbert.
Looked like he wasn't sure where that was going to go, as he froze, as often the second baseman will in this game, I noticed. But that'll knock in Dahlen, and the Giants have a 2-0 lead. So an RBI single for Devlin. Brings up Billy Gilbert, the second baseman. Speaking of second baseman, he's hitting .255 with 4 runs batted in. Has a double and an on-base percentage of .397. And ball 1's Count evens at 1, 1 and 1. And it's going to be a slow roll to short. Only play is the first.
Wiltze.
And Devlin will move up in scoring position now. With 1 out. Brings up the pitcher, hooks Wiltze. So far he's doing well in the replay. He's 5 for 10 for a 500 clip. He has a double and a run scored. See if he can help his own cause here. And he'll take ball 1. And it's going to be a grounded to second. We'll get the runner over to third. So a ground out, fielder's choice. And Wiltze is retired, but he does get the runner over. Right at the top of the order, Mike Donlin, who extended his hitting streak. Or actually, he didn't extend his hitting streak. He's 0 for 1. Actually, was he 0 for 1 or did he walk? I think he walked. I can't quite see it from here, but as the white of the home plate is blurring out the what he did today. That's right. So here's the windup in the pitch by Delahanty. And this should be deep enough to get the run home. And that looks like it's off the wall. Kind of hard to see in this stadium. But it looks like it's off the wall. It'll be a triple for Donlin, and he does extend his hitting streak in dramatic fashion as he has an RBI triple to extend the Giant lead to 3-0. George Brown up now. He extended his hitting streak to 10 games. Hopefully the Giants can extend their winning streak to 10 games after today. So I think we just have one more batter left that hasn't extended his hitting streak, or possibly 2. But the first 2 hitters in the lineup have extended their hitting streaks. Get that out of the way early. So George Brown with an RBI opportunity and a chance to extend his hitting streak. Actually, I misquoted there. Brown is the number 2 hitter, and he has not extended his hitting streak yet. Alright, it gets under 1 here. It's going to pop it up to the first baseman, Tenney.
3 runs.
And he'll make the catch for the final out.
After 2, Boston 0, New York 3. Right fielder, Bud Sharp.
Right fielder Bud Sharp, sporting a nice sweater here. He's a 250 hitter with 3 runs batted in, 2 runs scored, 9 hits, 36 at-bats. Has yet to walk. As you can see by his on-base percentage, is the same as his average. So, alright, so Giants and Hooks Wiltze have a 3-0 lead. Add another score here. It's like the New York Highlanders are defeating the Boston, was it Red Legs back then? Trying to think if it was the Red Legs or the Reds, not the Red Sox, Red Legs I think it was. Or was that Cincinnati Red Legs? I don't know. Anyway, the team that is to become the Red Sox is trailing the Yankees, trading the Highlanders 4-0. We'll get this right sooner or later. Mr. Brody, why don't you get on that, see if you can let us know what's going on here. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Sorry about that. Alright, Mr. Brody has informed us that it was the Boston Americans in 1905. They were not known as the Red Sox yet. So the Boston Americans in 1905 are trailing the New York Highlanders by a score of 4-0 in the 3rd. Alright, back to the action here. Wiltze takes the mound here in the top of the 3rd with a 3-0 lead now. He'll be facing Sharp, Barclay, and Delahanty, the bottom of the order for the Beaneaters. So Bud Sharp, again we said hitting 250. Steps into the box. So here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a grounded to short. Donlin will come up with it and over to McGann. And there's one down here in the Beaneater 4th inning. 3rd inning. Barclay up now. He's just got 1 hit and 19 at-bats with 1 RBI and a run scored. And he strikes out.
Jim Delahanty.
Now the pitcher, Jim Delahanty, who also plays left field. He's hitting .206 with a homer and 6 runs batted in, 8 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. See what he can do here. Wiltze looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And it's going to be a base knock, so first hit of the day for the Beaneaters is going to be from the pitcher, Delahanty. So first time out of the stretch is Wiltze. Here's the windup in the pitch. He'll be facing the top of the order, Ed Abaticio, who's 0 for 1 of the day. And it's ball 1. And this one's going to go all the way to the wall. Delahanty is going to... Let's see, are we going to throw home 20% chance? No, we're not. And Delahanty is going to come all the way from first on the RBI double by a shortstop, Ed Abaticio. So the Beaneaters are on the board. It's 3-1 now. Going to bring up Fred Tenney, the manager. See if he can make the game a little bit closer here. He grounded to second his first time up. And it's strike 1. And there'll be a comebacker back to Wiltze.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. After 2.5. Boston 1, New York 3.
And that'll be it. So it's a 3-1 game now after 2.5. Roger Bresnahan, the catcher, will lead it off here in the Giant third. Delahanty back on the mound after he helped his own cause there. And it's going to be a great play this time by Tenney, who made a poor play last time. Makes a great play of that liner. So it brings up Dan McGann, looking to extend his hitting streak of 8 games. Delahanty looks in for the sign from Moran. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he gets under one here, back of the plate. It looks like he's going to have some room here. And the catcher, Moran, makes a great diving play behind avoiding the umpire there and making the catch. So great play by the catcher, Moran. So 2 great plays in a row by the Beaneater defense. And that will be it for McGann. So 2 outs now. Sam Mertes comes to the plate. He singled and scored his first time up. He was a single, was it? Yep. Single. I don't know if he scored, though. He landed a single, though. I think he did, though. And that was going to fall behind the head of Abaticio, who desperately runs after that one, but cannot get it. And we'll have a 2-out single for Sam Mertes, who's 2 for 2 on the day now. Bill Dowling, the shortstop, comes up now. He's 1 for 1 with a triple and an RBI. So an RBI triple for Dowling, his first time up. Another RBI triple would be nice here. And we have another score. The St. Louis, I'm not sure if that's the American League or National League. We'll check after this half of the inning. But St. Louis and Chicago are tied, are scoreless in the second. And strike 1. Strike 1 on Dowling. And should we try to steal with Mertes? I don't think we are. We should. Let's try to steal with Mertes. Let's see what's going on here. We'll test the arm from around here. See if he can get the jump. He does. And he'll be safe. So Sam Mertes gets in the scoring position. See if Dowling can knock him out and get a second RBI of the day. And nope, cannot, as
no errors. After 3 complete, Boston 1, New York 3.
Center fielder Cannell will drift back and make the catch for the final out of the inning. So after 3 full, it's the Giants 3 and the Beaneaters 1. We did order a new headset, so we expect tomorrow to get in tomorrow on Saturday, as we love Saturday delivery here at the office. So alright, this is where I do all my recording at the office here. It's just a great atmosphere and everything. Lots of space. And Mr. Brody and I are looking at getting into a new office. We have right now we have 2 offices. We have one that's kind of like a not horse, but like an L-shaped office now, which is okay, which we have our conference table set up in, but not very conducive to maneuvering around, as we have a big desk and a big conference table. So, and we have another office across the hall, which we do some of our video game recording in. So we have an office for specifically our recording, but we like to record the baseball games here in the main office. But we're looking to expand into another office, which is down the hall. Looking to work out a deal with the landlord there for the same rent we're paying now, to have a bunch of offices that connect, and it's a straight shot down the hall. So we're looking at doing that. So we may be moving our enterprises at now it's the end of the month, either this weekend or possibly early next week. So there may be a little disruption in our videos, but we're hoping not to keep that at a minimum, as we just need to move the computer. Pretty much it's easy. We can set up our new recording area there. We already have a room picked out for that. So yeah, so good things happening here at Higher Ground Gaming and Higher Ground Tutoring. I'm going to eventually use that for a co-op. Start doing a co-op tutoring center, teaching center, possibly doing some homeschool students in there. That's the goal, is to do it like a co-op, teaching math and sciences and history and all kinds of stuff there. So right now my specialty is math and statistics, but I have a friend who does tutoring in history, and we'll probably be doing that also. But anyway, I know Al mentioned about doing a video on what's going on in each one of these, each one of our channels, but that's kind of what's going on in mine. But I'll be glad to share that again, as we maybe can do like a podcast type thing for what's going on in each of our channels. So that'd be kind of cool. Mr. Brody and I definitely would take part in that. So anyway, back to the game here. Let's check some more scores. Cincinnati leads Pittsburgh 6-4 in the third National League action there. So let's check out other scores. So it's Chicago 2 and Cleveland 1. It's American League, the White Sox and the what was it? That Nabs? Not the Nabs. I always forget the other team names. The Nats, I think it is, or something like that. No, it's not the Nats. Anyway, so Chicago leads Cleveland 2-1. Excuse me for is it the Super Buzz? No, it's Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the Super Buzz. I don't know. So many teams had different names back then. Philadelphia 5. So that's the Philadelphia A's and the Washington Senators, 5-0. You can check out the pitchers' names there if you like. New York leading Boston now 4-2. Boston scored a couple runs. So the Boston Americans. So 6-4 Cincinnati over Pittsburgh. Philadelphia Phillies lead the Brooklyn Super Buzz 2-0 in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth. In the bottom of the first, just underway, Detroit Tigers lead the St. Louis Browns 2-0. And the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs are scoreless in the bottom of the second. So those are your scores. As we start the top of the fourth here, with the Giants on top 3-1. Hooks Wiltze back on the mound. He'll face Rip Cannell, who's 0-for-1 in the day. Struck out his first time out. Hooks Wiltze has 4 strikeouts on the day, which is kind of a big deal back then. To have 4 strikeouts in a game. And it's going to be a dribble to short. Dahlen will come in for it on the grass and make the play to McGann for the first out of the 4th inning. So Pat Moran, the catcher, who made a great diving catch back of home plate, avoiding the umpire there, colliding with the umpire a little bit there, but still held on to the ball. And he's going to line up to Mertes in left for the second out of the inning. So I'd bring up Harry Wolverton. He lined the first, his first time up. And he's going to hit one past the first baseman, McGann this time, for a 2-out single. So the tying run comes up now. Possibility in Fred Raymer. Struck out his first time up. Ball 1. And count evens at 1. Strike in there, 1 and 2. And ground ball to short. This time Garland's going to have an issue with it, and it's going to be scored an E6 there. He cannot come up with it. And it'll be runners on first and second. And that'll bring up Bud Sharp, who grounded to short his first time up. And strike 1 the count. And this one's going to be a...
2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, after 3.5, Boston 1, New York 3.
It's going to be a grounder to Devlin, who'll go the short way over to Gilbert. And that'll do it for the Beaneaters in the 4th. So the error by Dahlen does not prove costly. Jim Delahanty back up on the mound. He'll face Devlin, Gilbert, and Wiltze, the bottom of the order. Devlin's 1 for 1 so far in the RBI. Run scored. We'll make that 2 for 2 as he lines a single. Alright, the shortstop Billy Gilbert now. Grounded to short his first time up. Fielder's choice. And it's 1-0 the count. Count evens at 1. 2 and 1. 2 and 2. And he will... Did he strike out? Here, no, it's a pitch out. So full count now. So and he'll line a single between the shortstop and second base. And actually, he's gonna stretch it all the way to a double as Cannell is slow getting to the ball. So it'll be runners on second and third, with nobody out. A great scoring opportunity for the Giants. They extend their 3-1 lead. Brings up the pitcher, Hooks Wiltze, who's no slouch. He's 0 for 1 in the day, though. Grounded to second his first time up. And strike 1. 1 and 1 the count. 2 and 1 the count. And normally I might consider a squeeze here, but I think we're gonna, with Wiltze being such a good hitter, I think we're gonna let him hit away. And it's gonna be a... Gonna send Devlin home. Oh yes, 87% chance we're gonna send him home. Devlin will come around the score. And Raymer goes to the short out at first to Tenney. Gilbert will move up to third, and it's a 4-1 lead now for the Giants. Mike Donlin steps to the plate. He walked and tripled. His first time up came around the score, and his second time up. So he extended his hitting streak already to 14 games. 0-1 the count. Count evens at 1. 2-1. And he gets under 1 here. It's going to be up to the shortstop, Abadicio. He'll make the catch. So 2 down now. And Boston Americans have closed the gap even further. It's 4-3 Highlanders now in the 5th. Let's keep an eye on that score. George Brown up now, still looking to extend his 9-game hitting streak. 0 for 2. Pop to second and pop to first. Hopefully he can pop one out over the second baseman or first baseman's head. And then strike 1 the count. Count evens at 1. And it's going to be a fly ball to left.
1 run.
And
No errors. We played 4 complete. Boston 1. New York 4.
Barclay will drift under it and make the catch. So Brown is yet to extend his hitting streak. Mr. Brody's doing his stretch there, barking his signals to the fielders there. He's giving the signs there. He's giving the circle signs. That's a sign there he's got going there. He's got his own codes. Mr. Brody's quite the unique base coach there, right, Mr. Brody? Yeah. All right. He's not saying much there. He's trying to keep the sign secret. All right, so Wiltze back on the mound. The Giants do add 1, and after 4 full, it's a 4-1 Giant lead. So it'll be Barclay, Delahanty, and then the top of the order for the Beaneaters. Barclay struck out his first time up. And it's going to be a dribbler. Dowland's going to come in for it, and he'll make the play. So, great play by Dowland there. So 1 down. And the pitcher Delahanty up now. He singled his first time up. Came around the score. And he'll get himself another single right up the middle. So 1 out base runner. Brings up the top of the order. Abadicio is 1 for 2. Struck out and doubled. 1-0 the count. Misses. 2-0. And he's going to fly out to right. Brown drifts under it, makes the catch. Delahanty will have to hurry back to first as he was more than halfway. Throw comes in the second. Brings up Fred Tenney. Hitless in 2 at-bats. 1-0 the count. Count goes to 2-0. They're in there. 2-1. 3-1 the count. And he's going to fly out to right. No, it's going to go out into the stands. So a full count now. Delahanty will be off on the pitch. And it's going to be a slow roll at a short.
Runs, 1 hit. No errors.
Dowland will go the short way.
Boston 1. New York 4.
Alright. Going to bring Bresnahan up to the plate. He singled and lined out the first. Still, he extended his lead, his hitting streak. And he'll get another hit. George Brown could have used that hit. He should still have another at-bat or 2 left. So Dan McGann extended his hitting streak. He grounded the short and popped at the catch. Actually, he didn't yet. Oh, there you go. Didn't see that. So McGann looking to extend his hitting streak now. Runner on first and nobody out. See what he can do here. Ball 1. And 1-1. And it looks like he's... Center field is going to make a play on that. As Cannell will make the play. So McGann fails to extend his hitting streak now. So we're 2 for 4 as far as hitters extending their hitting streaks. Still got time left though. Sam Mertes, who's had no trouble starting a hitting streak for him. He's 2 for 2. Single twice. Ball 1. And count goes to 2-0. 2-1 the count. And he'll get under one here. The right fielder will make the catch. Delahanty runs back to first quickly as he was anticipating that one falling in. 0-1 the count on Dowling, who's 1 for 2 on the day. 0-2. He's quickly in the hole. 1-2 the count. You got a motorcycle out there, and you can hear that in the background. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Gardner. Yes, we know you have a motorcycle. And it's going to be a fly ball to left. And it's going to be off the wall. And it's going to be a triple. And he's going to try to come home. And he's going to be safe coming home. So, wow. So Dowling comes in with a inside the park home run. 2 runs will come in. And it's in 6-1 lead now. So inside the park home run. So Barclay had trouble with that one from the get-go as he went the wrong way on that one. But they're going to credit him with an inside the park home run. So one of the most exciting plays in baseball, especially back then, as it was a lot more common back then. As there weren't as many home runs hit out of the park, a lot of them were hit inside the park. So alright, so 6-1 lead now. Giants extend their lead. Brings up Art Devlin. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Single twice. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. And what happened there? Oh, it looks like an error by the first baseman, Tenney. So Tenney makes a poor play and now makes an error. And Devlin will advance to second on the error. So they're going to credit that with a 2-base error here. Tenney can't dig it out, so it's not. The other fielder there. Already forgot who it was. Anyway, it's going to be an error on the Beaneaters. Maybe it wasn't on Tenney. Although it looked like he was one that was scrambling over there, so maybe they did credit it to him. Otherwise, they would have flashed the error around the other fielder. So I think Tenney is going to be charged with the error there. We'll check the box score later. So run in scoring position. Already 2 runs in for the Giants in a inside the park home run by Dowling. So that'll bring up Billy Gilbert, the second baseman. 1 for 2 on the day with a double. And it's going to be a single, and another run will come in. And he's going to have himself a double. So Gilbert has a hustle double there. RBI double, and the Giant lead is now 7-1. So continue the dominance of the Beaneaters. And believe it or not, Delahanty is still out there. Gonna bring up the pitcher, Hooks Wiltze. He's 0 for 2 on the day, but does have an RBI. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. And this one's going to fall in behind the shortstop, and another run will come in. So Wiltze helps his own guys there with an RBI single. Driving in Gilbert. And the 2-0 rally continues, and it's in the American League action. Chicago is the White Sox 3 and the Cleveland 2. And Mr. Brody just informed me it's the Cleveland Naps. I knew it was something like Nats or something, but Naps. N-A-P-S. Cleveland Naps. What a name. So, alright. So, Mike Donlin will lead it off here for the Giants here back in the 6th. Actually, still in the 5th. Sorry. My bad. 2 down now. So, alright. So, Donlin in the box here. 2 down and run on first. Already have 4 runs in to extend the lead to 8-1. Doubled up on their score. And that is going to be it. Nope, what happened there? 1-1 the count. And apologize there. Our press box is definitely a lot further away from the field here today. So we're having a little difficulty seeing exactly sometimes what's going on in the field. And it's going to be a single. A double, actually, for Donlin. And they'll hold Wiltze, the pitcher, with the pitcher running at third. So runners on second and third for George Brown. I think he extended his... Yeah, the new pitcher thing is blocking it, but I don't believe he... Let's just take one here. And it's a strike. Yeah. So Brown is still looking to extend his hitting streak. This would be a perfect opportunity here. Could knock in a couple runs at the same time. And are they going to give that one in? Not going to be a base hit and an error? Hopefully it will be. Oh, and that last play of Tenney at first there, that was an error on the shortstop there. We rechecked it. Mr. Brody reports that. Good thing we have Mr. Brody here to check those things that we miss. But it was an error on the shortstop that time, Abadicio. But let's check out this one real quick. It is going to be an error and a single, so Brown will extend his hitting streak to 10 games, and hopefully the Giants will extend their winning streak, which they got the game pretty in hand now. So it's going to be they'll credit him with 1 RBI and another run to score on the error by Barclay. That'll bring up Bresnahan, who already extended his hitting streak. I think the only one left is McGann that hasn't extended his hitting streak yet. So a big 2-out rally here. 6 runs in. So the Beaneaters just want to get out of this inning. Ball 1. And the count goes to 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. So, oh, and we didn't even notice here that Delahanty is out of the game. So much was going on with our hitting that we didn't realize that Kaiser Wilhelm, who I think at one point was going to be the starter, is in the game now. He's allowed 1 hit, so this is his second batter, so we didn't miss that much. So in the season, he's 1-2 with 25 innings pitched, 34 hits allowed, 16 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Ouch. So he's definitely been wild, so that isn't going to help. Right now he's got a 3-1 count on Bresnahan. And full count now. And another single, so that merry-go-round continues. And 82%. Yeah, why not? We'll send him home. And no, we're not going to send Bresnahan now. And that'll be the 11th run as 7 runs come in now. Most of it damage done with 2 outs. So that'll bring up McGann. He has a chance to increase his hitting streak, so he's the only one left now. He's trying to get a 9-game hitting streak. He's got a good opportunity here now against a pitcher who cannot find the strike zone. Might not actually be the best thing, as he probably will try to take a lot of pitches. And it's a strike in there. Finds the strike zone there. 1-1 the count. And a foul ball. 1-2. And unfortunately, he won't do it this time. Gets under 1 here, and the shortstop will make the catch.
Runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 5 are in the books. Boston 1, New York 11.
To mercifully end the inning, and it's only the fifth inning. I thought it was the sixth for some reason. Looks like I need to get my glasses checked there. So it is a 11-1 lead, so a double-digit lead for the Giants. Maybe start making some substitutions. Probably give him one more inning. Hooks Wiltze still out there on the mound. He's pitched 5 innings. Only allowed 4 hits and 4 strikeouts, so he's pitching a fine ball game. Cannell up there now, who was 0 for 2 on the day. And what happened there? Looks like there is an error. Nope, sorry. I had to get a little closer to see that one. Looks like it's a hit. I saw the red box and assumed it was an error, but it's going to be a hit for Cannell. So an infield hit. We'll bring up Pat Moran, the catcher, who's 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0. And count evens at 1. 2-1. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Brown will make the catch. So 2 up and so 1 down now with a runner on first. For Wolverton, who's 1 for 2 on the day. In there for a strike. 0-2. 1-2. Count evens at 2. And he'll strike him out. That's his 5th strikeout of the day for Wiltze. So it'll be up to Raymer if they need to continue. 0-1 the count. And I gotta start using some of these resources here on this second screen. It has a lot of the information that I go looking for. 1-1 the count. 1-2. And it's going to be a base hit over the head of Dahlen. So it's going to be a go all the way to the wall for a double. So a little 2-out rally going for the Beaneaters. So see if they can get some runs home and close the gap a little bit. So Bud Sharp up now. Won the count, and count evens at 1, and it's going to be a liner, and Dahlen will make the catch.
No errors. After 5.5, Boston 1, New York 11.
So the Beaneaters cannot score, and still 11-1 in favor of the Giants. So Sam Mertes, who's 2 for 3 in the day. Kaiser Wilhelm back up on the hill. And it's going to be a poor play by the third baseman. Definitely misplayed that one. They're going to credit it with a hit. And Dahlen's up now with 3 RBIs on the day. Last time up, hit an inside the park home run for his first home run of the season. Runner in second, nobody out. And he's going to get under 1 this time, though. And the shortstop, Avericia, will make the catch. So Art Devlin, who's 2 for 3 in the day, comes to the plate. 1-0 the count. And he gets under 1 here, and the shortstop, Avericia, will make the catch. So Billy Gilbert, the second baseman, also having a fine day, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles and an RBI. Ball 1. Count goes to 2-0. And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be an error on the third baseman. So Wolverton cannot handle them. And they're going to credit him with an error. So runners at the corners now for the pitcher Wiltze. He's 1 for 3 in the day with a couple of RBIs. And a foul ball down the third baseline. 1-1. And this will go drop behind the second base bag. 1 run will come in. Credit Wiltze with another RBI, his 3rd RBI of the day. So Mike Donlin up now. Already extended his hitting streak. 1-0 the count. And this one's going to fall in behind third, so the hits just keep on coming. Now a 13-1 lead. Runners at the corners. George Brown. Still looking to extend his hitting streak. And this won't do it as he gets under one here.
2 runs.
And that'll do it. So
1 error. After 6. Boston 1. New York 13.
So 13-1 lead now as Brown does not extend his hitting streak. But the only thing the Giants haven't done today is, but he may have another opportunity. We'll see. The way the Giants have been hitting, he probably will. So it'll be George Barclay leading it off for the Beaneaters here. And we're going to make some substitutions, I think. Let's see, who do we want to replace here? We're going to replace McGann here. Let's see who we can get to replace him with. I'm going to give Boileyard Clark a little chance in the field here. So Boileyard Clark comes in to play first. We give Dallin a day off. He's had a good day. And Sammy Strang to play short. And yeah, he's already extended his hitting streak, so nothing left to prove here. Anybody else he can play? Yeah, we'll bring in the manager McGraw here to give him some. John McGraw, the player manager, we'll give him in the, possibly getting at that here. So John McGraw, the manager, comes in. Trying to get a little playing time here. Stretch out those muscles. Alright. So it'll be George Barclay leading it off. 0 for 2, average down to 0.48. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. It's going to hold it up by 12. Strang will hold on to that one. Brings up the pitcher, Kaiser Wilhelm. I imagine they're probably going to pinch hit for him, I would think. I guess they may be considered a lost cause. He is a good hitter, though. He's hitting .281 in the replay, with a double and an RBI. 3 runs scored, 9 hits, and 32 at bats. And it's going to be 0-2 the count. Quickly in the hole. 1-2. And this one's George Brown will make the catch. Throw into second. And that's our first out of the inning. And it looks like the Highlanders have doubled up on the Americans now, 8-4. So after Boston closed the gap, the Highlanders reopened it. Brings up the top of the order, Aberdisio, 1 for 3 on the day. 1-0 the count. And this one is going to Brown, will make the catch. Drift near the foul line there. That one is in fair territory, though. And it looks like another score. The Philadelphia A's lead the Washington Senators by a score of 8-2 in the 9th. So Fred Tenney, the 0 for 3 on the day. He's had a kind of a mixed bag in the field. Made some great plays, but also was not credited with the error. Though he had a poor play also. And 1-1 the count. 2-1. And he gets under one here. And the new first baseman Clark will make the play.
Boston 1, New York 13.
Alright, Bresnahan. Actually, Bresnahan, we're going to pinch hit for Bresnahan, I think. Going to bring in Bowerman. 2 bench players left, so we'll leave the other one on
Hitting for
just
New
in
York,
case.
Frank Bowerman.
Frank Bowerman getting at bat. He's only got 1 at bat on the season. He was a .269 hitter with 3 homers and 41 runs batted in the actual season. Getting an at bat here. Only his 2nd in the season. And he makes the most of it as he's single to right. So it doesn't matter who comes up.
Boiler Yard, Clark.
Doesn't matter who comes up for the Giants. They get on. Kaiser Wilhelm's still out there. And Boiler Yard Clark sporting a wonderful sweater there. It's 0 for 3 so far in the season. Hit just 180 on the actual season. Getting an opportunity to hit here. And 1-0 the count. And it's going to be a base hit to left. If a 180 hitter can get on against the
John McGraw.
180 hitter can get on against the Beaneaters, you know you have a bad team. All right, John McGraw. Looks like he had a stolen base, so it looks like he didn't have an at bat, but he is going to get an at bat here. Yeah, we'll give him an at bat. Why not? Strike 1. And it's going to hit into a double play, 4-6-3 double play.
Shortstop, Sammy Strang.
Sammy Strang comes up now. Does look like Brown's going to get himself another. Actually, maybe not. He may not get himself an at bat unless Strang can extend the inning. So Strang comes in hitting .438 though, 7 hits and 16 at bats. So he's made the most of his pinch hit and spot start appearances. Switch hitting shortstop. And ball 1. 2-0 the count. Count goes to 3-0. And he's going to line up to right, and that'll do it.
No errors. We played 7 complete. Boston 1, New York 13.
So a goose egg put up in the 7th inning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have to send 5 men up to the plate to get Brown another at bat, which isn't out of the realm of possibility as they've been hitting the snot out of the ball today. 20 hits on the day for the Giants. Another score, it's Chicago and Cleveland in the American League tied at 4 in the 9th. So the Nabs have tied the score. Alright, Hooks Wiltze back out trying to pitch into the 8th here. So it'll be Rip Cannell coming up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Let me see a catcher. That's right. We're not missing the catcher. We just got to assign a position. So Bowerton come in to catch.
Pinch hitting for Boston, Tom Needham.
Tom Needham will come in the pinch hit. He's hitting .293 with 3 runs batted in, 4 runs scored, 4 doubles and a triple in the replay. .218 hitter in real life. And it's going to be a ground ball. Clark will take it himself. 1 down here in the top of the 8th. Pat Moran, the catcher, 0 for 3 on the day. And he's going to hit 1 straightaway center. And Donlin will make the catch. 2 down. Cincinnati 8, Pittsburgh 5 in the 9th.
Pinch hitting for Boston, Bill Lauderborn.
Bill Lauderborn, 3 for 17 so far in the season, 176 hitter. Pitch hitting now. And Gilbert will make the play, throw over to first, and that'll do it.
Top of the 8th. After 7.5, Boston 1, New York 13.
So about the only mystery of this game is whether or not George Brown will get up again to try to extend his hitting streak. We'll see as Art Devlin comes in, 2 for 4. And a good start. Single there. So leadoff single. Brings up Billy Gilbert, is 2 for 4 on the day. Ball 1. And foul ball. 2-1 the count. 3-1. Wilhelm's still out there. And this one's gonna... Nope. As the left fielder will make the catch. So Barclay makes the catch for the first out of the inning. It looks like they're gonna play the corners in. Don't know why with a trailing by 12 runs, but they do. Interesting strategy here. Pitcher hooks Wiltze up now. He's 2 for 4 on the day. Otherwise I would pinch hit, but he's 2 for 4, so he's probably my best bet. Ball 1. And 1-1 the count. And it's going to be a ground ball past the third base bag. Foul though. And a great play by Wilhelm. So that we're down to our last well, definitely down to our last out, up by 12, unless the Beaneaters have a huge comeback. But top of the order, Donlin. So hopefully Donlin can get on here and give Brown a chance. As Donlin does have 3 hits today, so hopefully he can get that 4th hit and give Brown a chance to extend his hitting streak. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Ball. Oh, is this going to get back, or is he going to make the catch? Back into the stands. So, whoo, still got life. And no, and Brown will not get an opportunity. So, Brown's hitting streak looks like it's going to end at 9 games. So, that's the only downer of the day, is that Brown does not extend his hitting streak. So, but 3 out of 4 ain't bad. It's 3 of the Beaneaters players, Giants players will extend their hitting streaks. And Wiltze appears strong, good, because we're going to give him a chance here to close it out. Raymer up now, 1 for 3 on the day, with a double. And Brown will make the catch here. First out. Bud Sharp up now, hitless on the day. And it's going to be a foul ball. And another foul ball past the third base bag. Count even at 2. And he'll pop this one up. Clark should have this one easily. And he'll make the catch for the second out. So mercifully the Beaneaters are down to their last out. And back to Wiltze. Over to Clark, and that'll do it. And mercifully the game is over.
The final score from Polo Grounds: New York 13, Boston 1. New York is on a 10-game winning streak. Boston is on a 7-game losing streak. Hooks Wiltze is the winner. He is now 2-0. Jim Delahanty is the loser. He is now 0-2 on the season. Bill Dolan hit home run number 1 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 5 minutes.
Wow, 2 hours and 5 minutes. That's how fast the game went, even though there were 14 runs scored. You won't see that today if 14 runs are scored. Alright, so let's check out the box score. Move Mr. Brody here, down here. Another fine game called by Mr. Brody. Had some interesting facts there and helped us out with some play-by-play stuff. Alright, so we're not fitting the whole box score in here for some reason. Anyway, it's alright. We'll move it over as we need to. So alright, so you can see 13 runs, capped by a big 7-run 5th. And not much really to see over here in the Beaneaters box score there, as they only managed 7 hits. Best hitter there was Delahanty, the pitcher, 2 for 2 with a run scored. And Aberdiscio had an RBI also. Let's check out the Giants hitting, and then we'll go to the pitching. So, actually, hold on. Looks like George Brown did extend his hitting streak. I did not see that. I missed that. Interesting. Those of you at home probably caught it. So it looks like it was a good day all around. Oh, it was McGann, the first baseman, did not... I pulled him. Sorry, McGann. That's alright. McGann's a sport there. Does not get a chance to... And Clark did get a single, too, and that's ironic, but oh well. McGann's a veteran. At least I think he's a veteran anyway, but he understands there, as you know, didn't want to get him hurt. He's too valuable to the team, so we took him out with a big lead. But it looks like the top 3 hitters, Donlin, Brown, and Bresnahan, all extended their hitting streaks. And yeah, so quite a bit to say here. Wiltze, the pitcher, again 2 for 5 with 3 runs batted in, so he got the most RBIs of anybody. Well, tied with Donlin, who had a big inside the park 2-run homer. And we did not strike out at all in the whole game, which was awesome, and 1 walk, but no strikeouts, so we definitely put the ball in play. Martes was 3 for 4. So that was my bad there, and I thought Brown was the one that didn't have the hit, but apparently I was wrong. Let's check out, after we check out the pitching here. So, Wiltze goes to 2-0, pitched a complete game, 7 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 5 strikeouts. So he definitely had, I think he had good stuff. Doesn't say he does, but I guess he did. Delahanty, 4 2/3 in the spot start, 13 hits allowed, 10 runs, 6 of them earned. A home run, a walk, and no strikeouts. I'd say he would have negative stuff there, but it doesn't say that. Let's check. I just want to see when Brown might have extended his hitting streak here. See if we can. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a single and an error. I forgot about that. To left. Yeah. So my bad. So McGann does not extend his hitting streak. I pulled him. That's all right. He is a team player. A recap. Pause it there if you like. That 5th inning was the big inning. Mr. Brody over here. There's the play-by-play results here. Alright. 2 hours and 5 minutes despite all that. It didn't get called, as just the light rain continued, but that was it. That wind probably helped us too, although I don't think we needed much to help us. So again, Wiltze gets the player of the game, both offensively and defensively. Alright, so let's check out the... So we extend our lead now. It's 14-5. 14-5 is our record. 10-game winning streak. Another game coming up against the Beaneaters, as you can see here. It'll be Frazier against Taylor. We'll probably play that one next. Like as soon as Mr. Brody goes out for his walk. Stretches his legs a bit. And we have actually we're tied with we're tied with the Cubs for first place. Have to keep an eye on that score, on that matchup there. We lost Mr. Brody, but that's okay. Yeah, so only a 1-game lead on Philadelphia, so a tight race despite our 10-game winning streak. The American League, it's the White Sox by 3 games over the Philadelphia A's, who would be the division winners, pennant winners. So that's it. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we'll see you in the next 1905 season replay. So signing off, me and my co-host, Mr. Brody. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.